Hello, everybody. I thought I would come on and do a reading for you guys. Wonder how everybody's doing with the planetary activity. Sorry. Okay. So what I came on here to talk about today is the new moon coming in. And I think it's on the 29th, I think on Tuesday. It's in Aquarius. And I did a little looking up on this reading. Aquarius also has Pluto in it. So I was wondering, like, what is that going to look like, So the new moon, it's asking us to embrace uniqueness and leading with innovation, thinking outside the box, embracing new perspectives, envisioning solutions that honor the collective good as well as personal freedom. The second thing is trusting our inner spiritual landscape. It talks about a stellium in Pisces, deepening our connection to intuition, compassion, and unseen realms. Pisces energy dissolves boundaries and asks us to tap into our inner self. The North Node is moving into Pisces and is calling to evolve through surrender and faith. The third thing is this moon is kind of like moving us to lead with love and compassion and tenderness and to discover wholeness, body, mind, soul wholeness. So let's see, there's a square between Mars and Chiron that could cause fear, frustration, defensiveness around areas where we feel vulnerable, insecure, or unsure. Mars is in Cancer, and it's showing us our emotional drives and instincts to protect. So we have a lot of feelings coming out with this planetary action, So those are the three things that I wrote down. There were some questions maybe to ask ourselves, but first I wanted to say, let me show you the questions. Where am I being called to embrace my unique way of seeing the world, and how can I share my unique voice? That was the first question to maybe ponder over this new moon energy. This is what I'm thinking, asking your higher self with the moon, I'm ready. And what am I allowing to prevent me from being my authentic self? Can I release those habits and choices, right? And then the next question was, where am I afraid to be vulnerable? And how can I channel courage into my next steps and actions? Am I open to trusting the flow of life and surrendering to the unknown? If not, what can help me find safety in surrender? I loved all those questions. And then I came in here and I started pulling cards on the questions because I was thinking, should I just ask each question? And I started pulling these cards, and here's what came down. So remember, it's asking you, how can you share your voice? What's stopping me? What's holding me back? And this is what came out, right? It's distraction, right? And I was thinking about how things do distract us. I was just talking to my daughter about it last night, how, I distract myself from the reality of what's going on around me, watching too much TV, right? Power watching Netflix, that kind of thing, escapism. It can be about just looking at your phone all day long. Anyway, I was just saying, what's distracting you? Something distracting you. Are you withdrawn? Are you withdrawn because you're trying to release something and build something new? Because I feel like sometimes we're pretty hard on ourselves about being withdrawn. You know what I mean? Why am I keeping to myself? Why am I in this area of in my mind, right? Well, it's telling me that it's about deep wounding, and that kind of goes into the whole Chiron thing. And there's a square between Mars, which is the war planet, and Chiron, the wounded healer. So you might be struggling with some deep wounding and even denial, right? Because the card living in denial came out. So maybe the story that you're telling yourself, can you switch it around? Can you see the things that have wounded you as gifts? Is there a way you can switch around the way you feel about them? Is there a way that you can bring in the love that you were missing out on as a child? Can you do that for yourself? How can you love and nurture yourself, body, mind, and spirit? This is then when it was talking about sharing your voice, all of this came out. So I'm wondering if it's saying, like, well, you're writing it out here with this message, right? Speaking your truth about who you really are, understanding your true beauty, your true nature, right? So I feel like we have this opportunity with this moon to actually reframe and transmute this energy from like a deep wound memory into like, oh my God, that was a gift from my higher self. Um, and what happens then is your memories go from one thing like fear and resentment and, like, I don't know, like we build walls around ourselves, you know what I mean? And what happens instead is in comes this nurturing energy, you nurturing yourself, finding that stability, building that foundation. I kind of feel like I couldn't believe how the messages kind of just repeat themselves here. So I kind of, I think we're going to be doing, all of us, doing a lot of self reflection and, and possibly retelling our story. So, yeah, I feel like the write it out card is important because I feel like sometimes when I write, the truth really comes out. You know what I mean? The truth of my deepest feelings and all of that kind of thing. You know what I mean? So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Now I wanted to just get some messages about the moon, angels, spirits, and guides. Let's get collective messages about this new moon coming up in like 5 days. Receive. Are you ready to receive? Be open to receiving goodness. Believe you are worthy of abundance. A gift is coming. So that's what I mean. Like, I think we are all receiving whatever we are desiring here. So be careful what you're wishing for, right? Beloved, prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. So, wow. And past lives is here too. This is talking about releasing past life karma. You and or you're an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. So that is absolutely true, right? And it's got everything to do with Chiron being in the mix with the moon, right? So, all right. So let's clarify. Let's get a moon card on all of these things too. Let's get one moon card. Tell me about the receive card and clarify with this. This is about spiritual things. It's about Pisces. It's about being practical. It's about having balance in your life. Pisces card. Energy is gaining momentum here with the life partner thing, right? So if you're in a relationship, expect it to like bump up, is what I feel like. And if you don't have a relationship, I mean, this could be an indicator that you're manifesting one, you know, life partner. Past lives, release your past life karma. You are an old soul with deep wisdom. Holding your past lives or healing your past lives will raise your vibration. Be bold and make the first move. Adjustments are required. So, yeah, remember that memory card that came out in the very beginning. Like it's the way we're thinking about our life. You know what I mean? Like are we thinking we're the victim of our life all the time? You know what I mean? Like it's crazy how we really do that, but we do it. So let me clarify here. Receive and balancing. Tell me about that for the new moon. Okay, so Ace of Wands. I feel like this is saying, like, here's what your new thing is. Here's what the be open to receive card is saying. Like, maybe you're understanding something on a bigger level, like that you can manifest, you can do anything that your heart desires, and it looks to me like there's a great idea coming out of this. She's got a fire there. And isn't that what we do on the moons? We do. We light a fire and we take a couple of minutes and meditate, right? And this is where the new idea comes in. It's from that practice that you have. So do that. Make sure and do that, because there's something coming in for you. Yeah, the Star card. What are you wishing? What are you wishing? That's what this card says. Are you wishing for healing? Are you wishing for something else, right? I feel like whatever you're thinking about is like you're open to receive it, right? Okay, here's at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Emperor card, which is talking about, being bold and being brave enough to step into whatever it is you're doing here, right? Because you're getting some kind of like epiphany, cool idea, something like that is something you've always wanted. Spirit says, are you ready? Is your hand open to receive? Are you open to receive this? Look at her. So I feel like, get ready to have something that you want come into you. And it almost tells me like this is going to happen like maybe right after the full moon, as it starts to wax. I mean, after the new moon, when it starts to wax, because this waxing moon is here. So this is talking about like, okay, so let's just say you're wishing for an emperor in your life, someone that matches your energy, someone, you know, that's not afraid, or it's you that's getting the energy, right? Let's clarify this beloved card for the collective here, Spirit. The Chariot card. Yeah, the energy is gaining momentum. This is like pretty fast energy. And it's not just you going there, it's like body, mind, soul traveling together in the same direction. I feel like, I don't know where you're going. Three of Cups, a reunion, um, uh, like a family reunion, a class reunion, something like that. It looks like you could be driving there or something like that. Anyway, I feel like you're taking a jump here, a leap of faith. And then it talks about work. So I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if you're meeting someone at work. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? Why is the Eight of Pentacles? It could be saying like you want to work on something with this person. Seven of Cups and the Temperance card. So I think you have many options about where to put your energy, right? And I think what you're just doing, what you're working on is your own energy with the Temperance card. It's about changing your energy. You know what I mean? The energy is gaining momentum. What is going on here with this energy change? What's going on with the Temperance? Okay, big change going on in you. Big change going on in your family. And I feel like, so the Ten of Swords is here. This is about a transformation. And it's telling me that whatever you're doing is going to cause a transformation in your home. Four of Wands. because Four of Wands is like a happy, stable home. Whatever you're doing here, like it just tells me that you're going somewhere really fast. You're starting something new. You're not scared. It could be about work. You have many different directions to go. And I think whatever this decision is, this leap of faith or whatever, up here it's talking about love. Like your family life is getting better with the Four of Wands. You know what I mean? Like there's more um, stability there. And I feel like that came out too in the very first cards I pulled. Stability. Okay, I feel like you're a little worried about this, but like this is where your higher self comes to talk to you. The high priestess is here. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you have a lot of fear around something about maybe making a change, or you're scared it's not going to work out or something like that. And your higher self is right here. So I would say this is saying like don't lose sight of the fact that you have this really cool soul. And I feel like over here, you kind of like said, I am ready to, be integrated body, mind, and soul. And over here, you're in the chariot, so you're integrated. But then it says, like, as this moves along, you get this confusion and then you're scared. So I'm feeling like, what can you do to not have this fear? Because remember over here, where am I afraid? To be vulnerable, and it's coming out real loud right here. Where am I afraid to be vulnerable, and how can I channel courage into my next step in actions? So it looks like something really cool is coming here, and fear is right here, but so is your higher self saying, we got this, man. So I feel like the speed of what's coming in is coming toward you. And I don't know if you're afraid of, like, if it's a new relationship, if you're sort of scared of a new relationship and you're up all night going like, man, what if this doesn't work out? Well, what if it does? You know what I mean? Because like your higher self is driving you to this place. So even if it doesn't work out, do you trust your higher self? Because I would bet that something's coming out of a situation. You know what I mean? I see the fear, but just stay tapped into your higher self. Let's look at this past life thing. This is about closing out karmic cycles, just being done and making the first move. Let's clarify that. Yeah, justice. This is probably about, and the Queen of Swords is here too, and the Seven of Pentacles. So this is where you decide what you want to really do. Seven of Pentacles. Should I stay or should I go here? If this is about a karmic cycle, I think the answer is probably that, you need to set some boundaries at the minimum, right? Or you might actually just cut someone out of your life. Yeah. Someone that you had a karmic contract with, right? And you're like, you know what? I think I've learned the lesson and I'm over it. I don't think I'm going to invest in this anymore. This could be anything, right? There's a tower coming here and a Five of Swords. So there's some kind of struggle going on with the past life relationship, right? But I think the reason that this is happening is like you figure out your power here with the Eight of Wands. You're the one holding the wand. You're the one causing the ruckus. You have had enough. You know what I mean? And you know exactly who you are here. You're not hiding in the shadows anymore. You have contacted and ignited that higher self in you, to take the lead, to calm down the human, to relieve the doubts and stand up and be courageous, right? Yeah, you're learning quite a bit. And I just feel like, I don't know who I'm talking to, but I feel like you have a lot of knowledge coming in. You know what I mean? through this planetary alignment. I really do. Because you have Ace of Swords, you have clarity, you have Six of Wands. It's like everybody's going. So if you're closing out a karmic cycle with someone, you know, it could just be everyone around you going like, yay, you finally did it. I don't know exactly what that's talking about, but it's a karmic contract, and I think it's coming to an end. I think you've learned your lesson, and your higher self is giving you clarity about why it even happened. So it is a big success coming in here for you guys. So that's what this bunch of cards says. So let's see. I was thinking like, let's see. Moon in Aquarius. Message about Moon in Aquarius. Tell us, what do we need to know about this moon and how to use it the best? New moon. New moon, new beginnings, right? Okay. So leading with love is the first part. Knight of Cups. It's pretty clear. Lead with love, right? And it'll take you right to your wish fulfillment that you are manifesting right now. I really do kind of feel like this is all going to happen quite quickly. I do feel also like there's like this devil card at the bottom of the decks, and again reminding us like what's holding us back. What is it that we can't see in our lives that's holding us back? Are they habits? Are they choices? Can we choose differently? Can we let go of a habit? Can we how can I channel courage? How can they channel courage? Tell me how to channel courage. Lead with love. Oh. So you have to come from a heart space. Two of Cups and the Six of Wands. How can I channel courage? Lead with love. Two of Cups. So is there someone that you want to offer love to? Are you manifesting love? Because the Two of Cups is a partner. It's a soul partner, you know, and it tells me that it's coming up roses here with the Six of Wands. So I don't know what you guys are doing, but it looks like you need to come from a heart space to get there. You know what I mean? Isn't that funny? You got two Knight of Cups for the beginning story. But Knight of Cups, lead with love, and it'll get you to your wish fulfillment. And that's how you manifest. I wonder why this Two of Cups is here. Tell me what the Two of Cups is representing. This is where your higher self is telling you there's someone special in your life, or something. There's a person that's going to help you see your light, maybe. This is a Virgo card. And let's see. I guess there's an Aries card up there too. Okay, so Knight of Swords, quick information coming in here from your higher self when you go in. Yeah, all right, it might feel like it's taken longer than you think, but what's happening is you're getting new ideas, you're getting new direction to go in a brand new place. This could be about money, it could be about doing something new, right? Page of Pentacles, it's like a new start. Okay. I feel like some of you have been sort of like in a healing kind of area about something like a fight, right? And then the high priestess here saying like this was some of like one of the biggest lessons that anybody could ever learn, you know. So whatever you're healing up about here, it's about, I don't know, this Five of Wands is about five people trying to learn to sing together, you know. So I feel like this card is more about cooperation than anything else, right? But think of how much hard work would have to go into that. So I see someone healing up. I think that maybe this is saying that um, you have put in a lot of work on something, right? And you're healing up from it. But it's telling me also the high priestess here, right? And so that tells me that this is one of the biggest lessons you're ever going to learn. Whatever this was, this fight, this thing that you've been healing from. This is where your harvest comes in. And the harvest card here is the 20 card, which is the judgment card. It's where your soul aligns, you know? It's where your soul comes out and says, hey, I know the way. And here's the gift, you know, like this is almost saying like you've been through so much. Here's your new car with the chariots here. A new car. It could mean a new car. It could mean you're traveling, but it could mean that you're completely aligned because you have two cards saying it. So I think once you figure out like what this was, because look at all the majors going on here. First of all, the number one card is about manifesting. The second major arcana that comes out is the Hermit card, and that's about tapping in to your soul and figuring out what happened. Show me why it had to happen like that. Show me what I've learned. And then here you are over here, you know, resting, recovering, thinking about whatever the situation is. And then here comes the reality of it. This was all meant to wake you up. This was all meant so that you could find your higher self. You know what I mean? It is. And so this Two of Cups being in the very center, right? This Two of Cups being in the very center coming at you. I'm wondering if this could be like related to the message that was the previous one, right? Where it says beloved and someone's coming in. And then you have this Nine of Cups right down the center. You know, you've got wish fulfillment. You got Two of Cups, the soul friend thing coming in hot, wants a new beginning, maybe to raise it to a higher level with the High Priest card. I mean, that's marriage, right? And then the Harvest. Here's your gift for all that you've been through. Here's what you got. Does it look like real stuff? Does it look like really like you know, like you've been gardening for a long time? I don't know, but I think they're using this card to like show us like there's a reaping of a big reward here for all that you've been through, you know? And that's what your higher self is trying to show you, you know, with all of these three cards. They're saying, like, yeah, this was all about a lesson, a soul lesson. And it was really about you finding me, says the soul to the human. That's kind of a magical kind of connection going on there, which could be talking about the Two of Cups, you and your higher self, one unit, finally, right? I do feel like a lot of times, like things hold us back, and that's one of the things, like saying, like, what's holding me back, you know? Can I trust the higher, the regular, you know, going with the flow of life? Can I surrender to the unknown? Because this right here is the unknown. It's like you learned your lesson, you reap your reward, which is like understanding the whole thing. You're understanding like it was a victory, even if it felt like it wasn't a victory, it really was for your soul. And your soul is like compassionately showing you that. Now, the question is, do you want to get in the battle wagon and go with them, the chariot? Do you want to get in the chariot and go with your soul to a brand new beginning? Because It is here. And I think it's successful, but I think that the destination is unclear. You know what I mean? So I feel like this moon is bigger than what I was, maybe what I was feeling earlier. It's bigger because this is where we really have to go with the flow. This is where maybe we get pointed in a brand new direction from our soul. We're going this way now. The question is, do you trust it? You know, do you trust it? And if you don't, why? And what can you do to change that? You know, because I mean, it's not clear where you're going in this chariot. It isn't. It's just saying, like, what they're clearing up is why something happened. And they're telling you, you didn't lose. This was a big win for the soul. Like, it's understanding that part of it. Like, this is a lesson that your soul wanted to go through. It wanted to feel these feelings, it wanted to experience this experience, and still coming out leading with love. You know what I mean? Because your soul is 100% love. So that's what it's saying. Like, you went through all this shit, but you're still coming out like leading with love and being kind and all of those kinds of things. So remember, this is the first new moon of the new year. So this is important manifesting time. So whatever you think about is what you're bringing about during this magic. Make a wish, believe in miracles. Magic surrounds you. I just split the deck. I just wanted to see what the message might be there. Okay, so I think that is about all I got here. Look at that Ace of Wands. This is about strengthening bonds, and it's the Ace of Pentacles, but this is like strengthening bonds, I think, with your higher self. Look at the enlightenment she's getting. She's just standing there being like enlightened by nature and love and light energy. You see, I mean, I kind of feel like we are kind of all being called to share our knowledge. So I don't know what that means for you, but the Hierophant is here. And remember that High Priest card? Same dude, same card. Now it's saying, like, all the things that you've learned qualify you to teach. And so then here comes this thing. Where am I afraid to be vulnerable? And how can I channel courage into my next step of actions? I guess by understanding the bigger picture is what I'm feeling like the answer to that question is, right? You got the Strength card as well as the Five of Wands. So it's telling me, look at all the numbers that are here. You got 2 5s and an 8. All 5 and 8 is about very quick change, things changing in your life, right? So there could be something coming in that's a challenge. And I think it's just being a teacher. I think this is a challenge for you because maybe you feel some sort of way about yourself. Like, maybe I don't have enough to offer, but this is the answer. Like, this is your new beginning. This is what breathes color and life into you. This is the throat chakra. This is you speaking about it. This is you sharing your knowledge. This is you understanding, like, look at in this card, like the eyes being shown here, but the human has his eyes closed, but look at those big eyes being shown in the back. So the eyes, I mean, think about the stories about the eyes are the window to the soul, right? So your soul is trying to lead you to speak, maybe about all the shit you've been through. It's time to share it, It's time to take the lead in some sort of way. I think you're going to be called to be rebuilding something. I think you have to leave something behind with the release card. And I also feel like, there's that leading with love card again, with the big eyeball in your heart space. So, like looking at things from your heart space instead of, um, your human self who is scared and feels like they're not worthy. I feel like it's time to like let that higher self like really show you the plan, and for you to take time to really listen to the plan. You know what I mean? Like what's next. And you might not get the answer to what's next. What might happen is you have to trust the wheel of life. Can you do that? Can you shed the fact that you want to control everything? You know what I mean? That's what I feel like. I feel like you have to let go of control and just let spirit lead you. There's something here about your broken heart being something that can heal the world because you're healing yours. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is a big message, because if you've been brokenhearted by something, and who hasn't, right? But like think about how much that taught you after you come through and you start to see the bigger picture, the plan, and you're starting to accept actually life on life's terms. You know what I mean? Like, wow, I this happened and now I have to like deal with it, right? Well, you did it, and it looks like you're getting like these big wings around yourself while you're healing this heart piece. Like it's telling me the story of you. You had a lot of challenges, but the reason, I think, is so that you can teach people how to get over that, to get through it. You know what I mean? To get around it, to get over it, to just drive right through it. Because I think like if it's something like grief or something, it's definitely nothing you can go around, nothing you can go over. You have to drive right through the grief, and it's very heavy. It's a very heavy, heavy, heavy energy to go through, and I know that all of us have probably experienced it in one way or another. You know, but what it's saying is like, yeah, you're here to take the lead. You're here to speak your truth. You're here to be brave and share your experiences so that you can help others heal and find their higher self as well. Because what, if nothing else, what happened from all the grief? Usually we go way deep inside and we start to connect in, and it takes us in a whole new direction. So when we start to let that heart space come out, All right, so that is what I've got for you guys. I love you and I wish you well on the full moon. Just make sure to, keep your thoughts good. Um, I was thinking about like all the stuff that's going on in the United States, and I know that I have people that watch me from all over, so I know it probably isn't, applicable to everyone, but there's a lot of people afraid over here, and there's a lot of, we're afraid of a lot of things. And so are we living in that fear of like what's going to happen next in the universe, or with our new governments being formed, what's that going to look like? And are we staying in that place, or are we focusing on a heart space, you know? I mean, I don't know. I think it's really hard when there's so much shit going on and you can't help but be scared of it. You can't. I mean, you got, somebody doing a Heil Hitler move on TV, and it's during the presidential inauguration. And that made me sick. And I just thought, okay, I have to get off the internet. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this. And I was telling my daughter, I was so angry yesterday. And I was just borderline, just mean and rude. And usually I just try to like stay in my room when I'm like that. But I did have to interact with some people. And it was because of what I did the prior day. I watched all of that stuff on TV and on my phone mostly, So it's like right available at any time. And I don't know if that's really where any of us need to be, you know? I think we need to be focusing our energy on positive things and not getting sucked into that. Especially today, tomorrow, this week, with all of the planets lining up in a row, big shifts in us. Some people are saying there's a timeline shift, that's happening with the planet alignment, and I don't think they're off. I think they're right. I think there is a timeline shift too. And I think that it really depends on where we're at. What are we doing with our mind? Because wherever your mind is, that's where you're going to be. That's where you're going to stay. And I don't want to be in this reality. I really fucking don't. I don't want to be in a country that is almost Nazi like, I fucking don't. I think that it's gross and like we've evolved past that, as humans. And there's so many of us, I feel like, that are connecting into our higher self and coming from that heart space. And I think we need to make sure we stay there instead of like going into the fear. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't even, I'm not even the same person when I'm scared. I'm not even the same person. So, anyway, I don't know what you guys are doing about all the news, but I decided yesterday I'm not watching any more of it. None of it. I don't. I don't want to. Anyway, I love you guys and just stay in your heart space. Stay in your heart space. Love you.